Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Intentional Talk presented to you by Toro. It's Millar, it's Rose, and finally, we've got some Boston Red Sox talent on this show. Big Papi, David Ortiz, ready to surprise a Boston area nurse who's been fighting the good fight against COVID-19. Papi, you ready to do this thing?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Always ready.
Oh, man, I love it. By the way, Millar, look at all those trophies behind him.
Yeah, you know, one thing he doesn't have, Chris, is a 1997 minor league player of the year because I won that one. So he's in New Britain trying to do his thing over there with Tony Hunter and the boys.
You know what? They had to take me out of the minor league right away because I was burning out on fire.
We are ready to have some fun. So, Papi, we're going to make you disappear. Don't go anywhere, but we'll see you in about 2 minutes. Hold tight.
Okay, go ahead.
Special edition of IT on this Friday. We are joined by another frontline worker against COVID-19. She is a nurse educator. Her name is Charlotte Clements. She works at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center up in Boston, Massachusetts. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Awesome. I love the enthusiasm right off the bat. This is great. So tell us how you and the rest of your fellow nurses are hanging tough after 2+ months of fighting the pandemic.
Well, it's definitely been a whirlwind. I think that we're all pretty hopeful that, the worst of it's behind us, and we're taking the little wins where we can. I think that, the past couple months, not just for us in the hospital, but, for the entire world, have been a challenge, both mentally, physically, emotionally. So, we're hoping for the best and trying to stay positive in any way we can. So.
Well, let me tell you, Charlie, that's awesome stuff, and we appreciate everything you do. Now, you moved to Boston in 2013. Your first game was Red Sox Yanks in the Bronx. So I want to ask you a two-part question. One, have you been going to Fenway since now that you're a Red Sox fan? Two, who's your favorite players of those teams back in the day?
Good question. Yeah, so I have been going to actually a ton of games. My dad and my brother were Red Sox fans growing up, so hence the first game, Red Sox Yankees. It's actually pretty awesome. So Beth Israel is the hospital for the Red Sox. So as an employee there, I get $5 tickets. All staff do, to go after the first inning of a game. So I try to capitalize on that as much as I can. Next question. Obviously, Big Papi, Andrew Benintendi, Craig Kimbrell, Dustin Pedroia, Mookie Betts. Hard to top those, right?
Yeah, well, Charlie, I apologize. All we got was Kevin Millar. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm pretty happy with Kevin Millar.
Really?
Yeah.
But you know what, though? We do have friends in high places. So
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, no, we do. So if we could snap our fingers and make somebody appear, would that be good or no?
Yeah, that would be more than good. That would be amazing.
Wow, better than Kevin Millar. I wonder if we could do that. There's somebody that we could bring in that had won 3 rings with the Red Sox. Maybe had won a MVP.
What's happening?
Oh my God.
Hi, Charlie.
Ortiz.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Hey, you have no idea how much these guys and a guy like myself appreciate the fact that you guys have, dedicate everything to the people at the hospital. I know this is such a critical situation, but just the effort and from you guys, the frontliner, everybody who is involved in helping each other out, that's something that we definitely really appreciate. And by the way, Rose, you messed this up because you saying the snap of the finger. You never snap, bro.
It's my fault.
I was expecting you to go, pow, and then I toe up. Oh, and by the way, she didn't mention Millar because he played in the 1980s. She's talking about 2013.
Yeah, Papi stayed around about 25 years. You see, Charlie, so you got a chance to see him do his thing in 13 and all that stuff. Now, the 04 year, I don't even know if you're born.
Yeah, that's the 1980s, though.
Charlie,
Yeah.
How cool is it? Go ahead, talk to Big Papi.
Oh my God. Hi, Big Papi. Funny thing, I met you in a Soul Cycle class like 6 years ago.
Oh,
But this is
boom!
about a billion times better. I didn't think I could top that.
I was all sweaty,
You were the man, but you're even more the man right now.
Hey, Millar, the only male on a female class right here. Boom! Represented.
Now, Charlie Rose, Charlie, I'm going to ask you this, though. He hit 38 home runs this last year with the Sox. Do you think he should come back and do some damage with the Sox?
Yes, please. We need you. I need you from the fans, from the stands.
Hey, if you take me to the final yard, I will go and have some and then come back and play. I'm old now.
Oh, no, you're not.
You got bad feet, man. You see those?
Actually, my feet are doing pretty good.
Like, you're not old.
I'm chasing D now every day, so you already know.
Hey, Charlie, I do want to circle back to the Soul Cycle class or whatever you were doing. Now, when Big Papi comes in, there's not much of a place for him to hide. So, you know, and he can't like take breaks. Like some of us can kind of sneak in and take breaks on those things. Was he working the whole time?
Oh yeah, he snuck in right before the class started and was really going for it right in the front row. So putting us all to shame back there.
That's the thing, Rose. If you sit in the back, you get high. But in a Soul Cycle class, if you sit in the front, you better shows up, brother.
Hey, the best part about those classes, though, Rosie, are the hip-hop music. I'm all about the hip-hop music when you're in those things because they keep you going for about 45 minutes. And I'm like, okay, you can't play any slow country jams. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right. And at that one place in Chestnut Hill where we used to go to the class, they have really good guys who took over. You know, the guy who, you know, motivate you to keep going. They had a good group of guys down there. So that's why I love that class. Plus, you know, you come out of there and you can eat a whole cake afterwards because you burn like 2,000 calories per class. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
So you went to a Red Sox Yankees game, but in New York, correct?
Yes.
And how was that experience as a Boston fan?
Well, so that was my first MLB game that I've ever been to. And I'm originally from upstate New York. So I've been hanging out with Yankees fans pretty much my whole life, but it was great. I mean, it was unbelievable. It doesn't hold a candle necessarily to Fenway, but as a first experience, I mean, hard to top.
Well, Papi, did you love playing in New York? Like, would you talk back to the fans?
I was great with the fans over there. You know, at some point, the fans were like, you know what? Even if this guy is the enemy, we gotta accept him because it's kind of cool. You know, he's go around, sign autograph for the kids. You know, he's nice to people. You know, he only a different monster when he get in between the line. Millar can tell you about it.
Hey, it's a true story. I always say this. I mean, we all know the home runs. We all know everything he does on the field. He's a better person than ball player. I've never seen him say no to a child. I mean, he will drop he's, you know, this is one thing about him, Charlie. I'm going to tell you about Big Papi. He always smells amazing. So I would steal his cologne because he had like 7 to 10 bottles of cologne, him and Manny Ramirez. They always smelled great. And I never wore cologne going onto the field. These young men dominated 40 home runs, 120 RBIs, and they had these little 7 squirts. They smelled amazing. So that being said, he was signed autographs, smelled great, hit home runs, and even when I was a fan, done, and he's telling you he's going to go deep. I was in the stands. He would go deep, throw the bat towards me, and next thing you know, circle the pillows.
Millar, true story. Now that you talk about the cologne thing, one time we were playing a Yankee Stadium, and Brian McCann was behind the plate. Mm-hmm. And once I stepped in the box, he went like this. Wow, Papi, you smell delicious. And I was like, tomorrow I bring you a bottle of it. And I brought a bottle of cologne to him next day.
It's true story, guys. Best smelling guy ever.
Papi,
Did
he the next day? Did he smell better, or did he have that funky catcher summer stank to him?
Actually, by the third day, by the last game, by the way, I brought it next day. By the last game, he was like, "Papi, can you smell me?" That's my boy, McCann, man.
Oh.
But like people sometimes don't understand, you know, that when we are on the field, you know, you get paid to get a job done. But just because you look like an ass, that doesn't mean you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
It's just a game face that you are not allowed. You know, like you see players after something funny happens, you see the smile coming out. You get a hit. Probably, you know, a pitcher walking back to the dugout after he, you know, had a good inning or whatever. But while you are in the middle of the action, you need to have that game face. You know what I'm saying? So people see that game face on me and they be like, I think this guy, he's not a nice guy.
Hey, Charlie, we're going to start to wrap things up here, but who do you think in your family will be most jealous that you got to chill with Big Papi for 10 minutes today?
Probably my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be making a call to him right away. So I'm like still stunned a little bit, but this is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Well, we want to congratulate you as well on one other thing. Did you just earn your master's degree?
I did. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know that commencements haven't been obviously very normal over the last few weeks, whether it's in high school or college or a graduate degree. Do you, Big Papi or Kevin, do you have parting words for our new masters?
Yeah, I have my AA degree at LA City Junior College. And so that was a big time deal for me my sophomore year. So yes, I don't have my degree, so I need to come over there and maybe you can tutor me, but that is a congratulations from me.
Thank
The
you so much.
the only degree I have is that 101 degrees down in Florida down here. That is hot as hell. Hey,
like
congratulations. Congratulations. Trust me, that is something that you had to dedicate so much, you know, to be able to accomplish it. So congratulations. And from the bottom of my heart, I mean this. Thank you very much for what you guys are doing out there. It means a lot to a lot of people worldwide.
Thank you.
Well said, Pop.
That was great. Big Papi, we appreciate you hanging out with us and surprising Charlie. Charlie, thank you on behalf of everybody at MLB Network for everything that you and your fellow nurses are doing out there. You mean the world to us. We're not just saying that because it has been, while everybody else battles for, should we open this up? Should we do this? You guys are continuing the all-important work. And thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet all of you and see you all face to face.
You got it. Hope you had fun today, Charlie.
Oh my God, I had such a blast. This was fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie.
Everybody have a good, safe Memorial Day weekend. We will see you again next Wednesday on IT, presented to you by Toro.